Welcome back to some more Cardfight Vanguard 0. Before I really started, I just wanted to say a quick thank you, basically. Because I record these videos in bulk. I record a bunch in a row, and then upload them over the course of a handful of days. And so, because of that, between this recording session and the previous one, this series as a whole has hit a lot of momentum a lot faster than I was expecting to. This is currently easily shaping up to be my most successful YouTube series ever. And I wasn't expecting that. I was not expecting this series to get this much traction so soon, because I was expecting the first part to do pretty well. I will be honest about that. But not as well as it's doing, and I wasn't expecting the next few parts to retain so many viewers, I guess. I was expecting a bigger viewer drop-off than we actually got. So yeah, I just want to say a quick thank you for that, and I appreciate anyone who's still sticking around. So, I played a little bit off-screen, not too much. In fact, I'm going to walk you through what I have done. So we're going to go to our cards, and we're going to go to our deck building, and if you remember last time, we were putting together an Oracle Think Tank deck, but we didn't actually have enough cards. We didn't have enough in the deck to actually make a full deck, basically. And so, what I've done now is, if you can see, I've actually slotted in the cards that we do have into the deck. Unfortunately, that means that, if you can see here, we do have some Cray Elementals, but luckily everything else is an Oracle Think Tank, so that's good. However, this deck is not great. So basically, I went back and I will quickly show you. So I did go back, and previously we had fought Misaki in the character fight, right? And in that, we did the very easy mission, and we got 2 stars. And to get the 3rd star, we had to fight her using an Oracle Think Tank deck, but I fought her with the Royal Paladins, and so I went back and I fought her with the Oracle Think Tank deck. Now the reason I didn't show that on screen is because, well, we still have another card fight to do against her using the Oracle Think Tank deck, so may as well just show that instead, basically. But one thing we're going to do is we're going to check the shop again. So I do have some crafting essence, which is good, and also I have quite a few gems. So let's check out the gacha. We'll open a couple packs. So I recently said in a previous episode that I wasn't going to spend too much because I wanted to save it for later on when they started adding cards and stuff I actually really want. And, well, they've added cards I actually really want in the Japanese version. Not in the English version yet. But now that the Japanese version has cards I really want, now I know what it is I'm saving up for. Basically, recently, in the Japanese version, they've added the Asia Circuit arc to the game, and including that, they added the first handful of decks from the Asia Circuit arc, and that includes, well, Rekka's Angel Feathers. And so, I'm kind of saving up a little bit for that. So I'm still going to spend quite a few gems from this point on, but unfortunately, a lot of my other items and stuff, I'm going to try and keep a hold of. Just for when that happens. It's going to take a while. It's most likely going to take quite a few months, because the Japanese version released in December, and it's only just now getting the Asia Circuit stuff, so it's going to be like another 4 or some months from now. But that's what I'm wanting to do, so... Oh well, we've got 3 tickets, and we've got some gems, so I guess let's just spend all 3 tickets, right? It's really kind of... And then we'll call it a day for Gacha summoning for today. So yeah, so I currently have 1,000 gems. I kind of, for now, at least until the Rekka stuff is out. Ooh, this looks fancy, this animation here. I'm gonna keep you in suspense while I finish that fort, because that looked like a fancy animation, which means I probably got something good. But I kind of want to keep at least 500 gems on me at all times until we get to the Asia Circuit stuff, right? Because that's what I'm really wanting to spend stuff on. So currently I have 1,000, and I'm going to try not to spend too much of that until then. So, got that, and that. Ooh, okay. Those are some alright cards. Perfect guard. Okay, yep, getting a perfect guard is always a good thing to have. Okay, I told you I wasn't gonna be in the very first part. I told you I wasn't gonna be the kind of person who shouted and screamed and got super excited when they got the card they wanted. But that was the card I wanted. That was definitely the card I wanted. Oh boy, yep. Okay. Just gonna... Cool. Really happy with that, Amaterasu. Oh boy, okay. So we're immediately gonna just slot that right into our deck. So I'm really happy with that. That's really good. And luckily for me... Oh, is that like an airplane or something in the background? Can you hear that? I don't know. I'm gonna ignore it. Oh, cool. Collect 100 different cards, 20 different Oracle Think Tanks, 20 different Kangaroos, and 20 different Nova. Well, that was a really good success all around. That was easily my most successful pull because I got a lot from that. So, yes, we're gonna go and put those in. And the cool thing is, I got all those really useful cards. Still haven't even dented my gems. Still got over 1,000, which is a really good place to be in. So we're gonna go deck building, and we're gonna do the obvious, basically, right? We're gonna slot that Amaterasu right into our deck. So Amaterasu is basically the card that every Oracle Think Tank user at this point in time is gonna want to be using, just without a doubt. Like, she is, she's probably the best one, actually. Either her or Silent Tom. Those two are the most useful to have at this current time. And yeah, so during your turn, if this card has if your hand has 2 or more cards, this card gets 4,000 power. Vanguard, at the start of the main phase, you can soul charge one to look at the top card of your deck and put it to the top or bottom of your deck. When this unit hits Soul Blast 6, Counter Blast 4 to draw 5 cards. So that's a ridiculous card because it can basically control the entire deck. So we're going to put that in. Yep. And I wasn't really paying attention to the rest now, actually, so I don't know if there's anything else I particularly want to put in. I feel like we're doing fine. Unless this has, like, a good effect. You can soul charge. I guess that's an alright effect. Like, what does he do? That's good, actually. And that's good. And I already know why Wise Man is a good card, too, so... what about her? Yeah, no, I'm just gonna stick with this. I think I'm happy with this. I don't want to tempt fate. I'm happy I've got Amaterasu. And I bet you this is gonna be a card fight where I completely waste her. Am I gonna waste crafting materials to get the rest of Amaterasu? I'm not sure, because I have 1 copy now, and of course, ideally I want to have 4. So I'm gonna need 3 more. Will I want to grind for the other 3 copies is the thing, because from what I've heard, grinding, and I guess we'll find this out for ourselves as we progress through the series, but from what I've heard, it's quite tedious to grind for crafting materials if you want to get good cards. And so if you're going to want to grind for crafting materials, you'll have to choose wisely which cards you're willing to do that with. So immediately we're going to get rid of all of these grade 3s and hope that we get some more grade 1s and 2s. Alright, I'll take that. That's actually a pretty decent hand. And so I don't want to be crafting for stuff on a whim, basically. I want to choose wisely which cards I want to craft for, because otherwise I'm just kind of wasting time and resources. But now that I have 1 Amaterasu and I'm already drawn to Oracle Think Tank, I think I might do that and go for Amaterasu and maybe even Silent Tom, and then see if Oracle Think Tanks will be good enough to kind of get me through to when they do add the Asia Circuit stuff. But we'll see. Of course, before anyone types it out, I know Kagura's the strongest of the 4 right now. I've looked at the metagame stuff a little bit. But I don't know if I'm all that interested in building Kagura. See, I want a balance of power and a deck I like. So I want it to be somewhat playable, but I also want it to be a deck I like. I'm not just going to immediately go for the deck everyone else is using just because it's the one at the top of the current meta charts. So, let's see. I'm going to put Circle Magus on the Vanguard because she's a really good one to have on the Vanguard at the beginning, and I'm gonna put her behind her. And I'm going to... Yep. You know, I probably should have put that at the bottom. But you know what? He's a good rare god to have. So if I can get him in the next turn, then that'll be good for me. So, yep. She's going to use Gemini. And she's probably just going to attack, right? Yep. Okay, that's going to do some damage to me, but that's fine. If you go first, you will have to tank a piece of damage at the beginning of your turn. And that's going to get rid of the Gemini that I had. So that's not great, actually. And I've got Amaterasu. Okay, cool. That's good. So I'm going to... If you have more cards than your opponent. So how many does my opponent have? Does it say? There's probably somewhere on the screen where it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm probably not going to be able to use that effect because I'm going to be placing cards down here. So I'm going to play it safe. Put down Wise Man. And then we're going to put this guy here. And then we're going to put this guy here. And even if I win or lose, I'm just going to be happy if I can place down Amaterasu on my Vanguard next turn, basically. So we're gonna... Yeah, we're gonna go for Wise Man first. And we're gonna get a trigger, nice. And that's gonna let us draw a card. So we're gonna place that on him. So that now we can get a second attack in, which we would have probably been able to do anyway. Yeah, we would have easily been able to do that anyway. So, okay, one thing got mentioned to me. And I just want to point it out here. So it doesn't get mentioned to me again, preferably, right? I do appreciate people trying to help me out in the comments. Don't get me wrong. I'm not discouraging that. But I want to say, I do know that you are supposed to attack with the Vanguard, even if you have less power than the opponent, because then you can draw a trigger that will put you over the edge. I've just been avoiding that because I've been trying to play it safe. And I've said a couple times, like, before I do a move, I'm going to play it safe. Whenever I've said that, that basically means that I'm choosing not to, because, well, actually, no, not for any real reason, actually. I'm just being an idiot. So I can see why people are pointing out to me, but yeah, I don't need that pointing out to me again. Again, not criticizing, I'm not telling you off and calling you naughty. I'm just saying that I know. So, okay, now we are going... Oh boy, we have a lot of options this turn. So we're going to place Amaterasu on the Vanguard because I'd be a stupid idiot not to. And it's going to play the pretty animation. There we go. Oh boy, I like that. We're going to want to put her at the bottom because she's useless to us now. And I guess we're just going to put these two grade 3s next to her on the rare guard as well. And we're going to put Circle Mages behind Amaterasu. And, yeah, okay. And we're going to do that. And Counterblast 2 to get plus 4,000. Ooh, that's interesting, actually. I think I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to Counterblast on this one, because this one has less boost power behind it. And now we're going to battle. And now, okay, so what we want to do is we want to attack with this one first. I still don't have a full handle around which order it's best to attack in. So then we're going to attack with the Vanguard and we're going to do our check. And we're going to get that. That's really good to have, actually. And we're just going to put it on here just to make sure we definitely get that third attack through. And we're not going to get a second trigger. So now we should have more than enough, yes, to get this third attack through, and we're not going to bother with the front rare guards, because they're grade 1. I'd rather do the extra damage. And this is going to end the game? Yes, this is going to end the game. That was really successful. I'm really chuffed with that. And that's kind of a real good showing of how one good card is enough to turn a deck from bad to usable. Because that deck before that point was awful, and the only thing we did was we put Amaterasu in, and she turned the game entirely. Not only did we win, but we destroyed. And I don't think I would have been able to pull something like that out if we didn't have Amaterasu. Even though we didn't fully take advantage of her because we won too quickly, basically. But that was a really successful game. That was probably the best card fight I've had so far in terms of success. So we're going to receive this, and that's going to grade us up. And so now we're grade 6. And that's going to give us 100 gems. So this is Kamui. Yep, this is Kamui and his Nova Grapplers. So they're probably going to want us to build a... Yeah, they want us to build a Nova Grappler deck. But actually I'm having a little too much fun with Oracle Think Tank now that I have Amaterasu. So I'm going to go into the crafting menu and I'm going to see what I need to craft Amaterasu. I don't think I'll have enough yet. We're going to go Oracle Think Tank. And we're going to go over to Amaterasu. And yes, I don't have enough yet. I need to fight, from the looks of things, the more difficult versions of Misaki. So I think I might do that. Yeah, I think I'm going to fight the more difficult. So instead of doing the Kamui Nova... I'm not sure how smart a decision this is, actually. Like, maybe it's a smarter decision to fight... to build a Nova Grappler deck and fight Kamui. But I'd actually rather... Okay, no, I have to... Oh, oh boy, okay. How do we... Does it say how we raise the friend level? Will beating this again do it? You know what? I don't want to take any chances. We're going to just do what the game tells us to. I don't want to waste time, basically, especially because I'm recording this. And if I do something wrong and waste a bunch of time, then that's just going to annoy everyone. So we're just going to very quickly phone in the Nova Grappler stuff. Because I don't hate Nova Grappler. I actually quite like them. But I'm too hyped up on Oracle Think Tank for now. So I guess we are going... We have more or less the same percentage. Like, we have 47% for both this and the 0-1. So we're going to copy this one. We're going to copy that deck. And... Yep. Yep. Okay. And so now... We're just going to take out any cards we don't have and replace them with cards we do have very quickly. Which, yes, unfortunately means we probably will have to resort to using some Cray Elementals. But, oh well, what can we really do about that? So we're going to take 3 of this Perfect God out and put 3 of this guy in. In fact, what is his effect? Counter charge. Okay, that's alright, I guess. And now we're going to take this one out and put this one in. Now, unfortunately, as you can see, the early on deck building isn't the most strategy based. It's basically just you have to work with the cards you currently have. And there's no real getting around that. So if you don't have very many cards starting off like I don't, then you can't really build towards a specific strategy. You just have to build towards a usable deck. So hopefully later on in future parts, I will be able to have some more leniency. So we need to replace 2 more grade 1s, and I actually have quite a few more grade 1s. So I guess we can kind of be a bit more picky and choosy about which ones we want. You can counterblast to stand that unit. That's really good, actually. I want that. What about this one? When the attack this unit boosted hits, stand it. Okay, I see where this is going. Yep. Okay, so now we need how many grade 2s? 5 more grade 2s. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of we're gonna get rid of that one, and we're gonna get that one there. And unfortunately, yeah, it's looking like the rest of our grade 2s are Cray Elementals, so we're just gonna put some Cray Elementals in. It's fine. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna... Looks like the same thing. Oh, no, we got some critical triggers, so we're gonna get rid of this grade 3 and replace it with this grade 3. And what about the other grade 3s? Okay, so we don't have this guy, so replace it with this guy. We don't have this guy, so replace it with this guy. And then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's not enough. I don't think we have enough grade 2s. So we're just going to slot 3 more in, I think. Doesn't really matter which Cray Elemental I choose, because they're all basically the same anyway. That's the point of them. And now we're going to take a look at our triggers. I think we've got too many criticals, yeah. So, I want some more stand and heals, I'm thinking. I think I'm alright for draws because, yeah, I only have one, but I think I'd rather have stand and heals actually. So we're gonna make that a stand unit, a stand trigger even, and we're gonna make this one a heal trigger. So we're gonna have all 4 heal triggers, and yeah, I think that's an alright ratio. So we're gonna save. Yeah. So that's our Kamui deck. Not amazing, as you can see. It's just made out of like a slapdash amount of cards that you currently already have. But oh well, basically that's how the early game works. You gotta start off with some pretty cobbled together decks and then improve as you go. I think it's good though, because I think it rewards patience and it makes you feel like you're actually improving as time goes on, rather than just immediately giving you all the best cards. So I like that anyway. So yeah. So we have a lot of gems. I'm very tempted to go for some more gacha rolls, on the off chance I get an Amaterasu and a Silent Tom, because even one more Amaterasu or Silent Tom would really do a lot for me. And I do have a lot of gems. So I'll see you next time. Yep, that's what I'm really doing here. I'll see you next time where I think that over a bit and kind of come up with a strategy for where we're going next. And of course, we will do the Nova Grappler card fight that we need to do. So I will see you later with some more Vanguard 0.